Blessings and good evening. Tonight is the final, what we call Patimokkha Opposita for this Rains Retreat, meaning that we only have 2 more weeks left of the annual Rains Retreat, which is completed with a ceremony on the 7th of October called the Mahapawarana Day. This is the one time per year in the monastic calendar of observance days that the Buddha made an allowance for the Patimokkha recitation to be replaced by this ceremony called the Pawarana ceremony. It's the final day of the annual Rains Retreat. On that day, which is the day the Sangha gets together to invite admonition from one another. Pawarana literally means an invitation. In this sense, it's meaning an invitation to receive feedback from your fellow monastic monks. So even just the importance that is given to this occasion of Pawarana Day, the fact that we as Buddhist monks replace the normal recitation of the 227 rules with this day of inviting admonition. This gives it a high degree of importance. Why is that? Through the willingness to learn, willingness to change, a willingness to adapt one's behavior through external feedback from your fellow monastic community members. This helps us to grow and thrive in the Dhamma. It's a way where we can put down our ego, our strong sense of self, self-importance, views, opinions, the thought that I know better than them, they shouldn't be telling me what to do. And we put all of that down. Maybe one feels one's more learned than somebody else. But on this day of Pawarana Day, which is coming up soon, each Sangha member will recite the same verse in the Pali language, inviting the community to give them feedback if there's anything they've seen, heard or suspected that we've done which is transgressed any of the rules, or maybe is inappropriate behavior that we have gone unnoticed by ourselves, or maybe a bad habit which has been ingrained. being able to be one who is willing to open oneself up for that feedback can sometimes be very challenging for people. Maybe they don't want to be told what to do, or they feel they know it already. But on this occasion, at the very least, we learn how to recite the passage in Pali to invite the admonition. Already that's a step in the right direction. We are putting aside our egos, our sense of self on one level. Every community member, whether they're senior, whether they're a middle years monk or a junior monk, all has to recite the same verse. And at the same time, it's the responsibility of the community to be circumspect in what comments or admonition is given. Typically speaking, there's usually no or hardly ever any points that are brought up. It's mutually appreciated that everyone has been able to come together and recite those verses. Even doing that much can dispel any bad feelings maybe somebody's harboring, or maybe some minor criticisms we have been holding on to about our fellow monks. Even just seeing your fellow monk recite that and being one who is willing to train themselves, maybe the importance that we were giving to the criticism that we were harboring just drops away. Just happy to see that your fellow monk has recited that verse and is one who is willing to train themselves in the Dhamma Vinaya. And this is something that we can incorporate in our lives, whether you're at home or living in a monastery. Principles are fairly similar. We can take the opportunity to get together as a family and have a small Pawarana ceremony at home. Those who seek feedback are learning how to practice humility, and also the person who's on the receiving end of that has an equal responsibility to be mature and sensitive to the effort that took for that person to do so. So in that way, both persons grow from this ceremony and creates a very healthy environment for learning. So this is called Mahapawarana. This will happen in 2 weeks' time on the 7th of October. In the meantime, we have 2 weeks left of the annual Rains Retreat. So it's a time to put in extra effort to reach the final day of the Rains Retreat, keeping up our determinations and our practice until then. And so for this evening, we can practice together as we have been for the whole 3-month Rains Retreat period. And this evening we'll also do our 108 Itipiso chanting. But for the moment we'll meditate together.